Hello, welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that this guy seems to step on. It is Thursday, January 11th, I believe, and it's good to be talking to you guys. We are going to be discussing something that I have a lot of fun with. Not always the best at when it comes to a lot of them, but that's accents. And I want to talk to you about a quick way to start learning an accent. Now, I want to preface this up front by saying that it's fine. I felt I needed to grab my coffee. Preface this up front by saying, like, I'm not a dialect coach, and to really dive into being super proficient, right, and super believable, you want to work with a dialect coach, someone who specializes in helping people learn accents. However, right, a good place we can start without a coach. Okay, and I'm going to kind of talk to you about that today real quick. As always, make sure you check out our Winter Wonderland extravaganza over at A VO's Journey Elite Academy, doing a lot of fun stuff and with challenges and contests, and just having a blast over there for the wintry season. So check that out, link below. So a lot of us, right, whether we do character work or books, we're doing audiobooks, and on ACX or wherever, there's different characters from different parts of the world, or even different parts of the country you're in. And they have different accents. So for us as actors, it's a huge benefit and a selling point if we can do accents. Okay? But, so I want to kind of dive into this quick way that you can start working on an accent. But I again have to say that, like I said the other day when I did a short video on accents, if you're not good at them, or at least passable at it, right, it can actually have the opposite effect and sound very poor. Does that make sense? Like, it sounds very bad and it can turn people off. So when you do decide to do an accent, you know what I mean? Make sure that you've got someone to listen to it, at least, says it's somewhat passable. Again, depending on the level at which you're doing the accent, if it's a, small character in a book or something, and you have an accent that's passable, that's great. It doesn't have to be so perfect it's going to be able to fool people when you go to that region, but, it still needs to be believable. So here's a quick way to do it. I have learned over my time, all right, and we as actors believe acting is imitation, all right? We imitate real life, situations, emotions, storytelling techniques, cadences. We imitate them, right? And we put them into a performance, whether it's on stage, on movie, screen, film, TV, or on a voiceover. We're imitating life. So, and more importantly, we're imitating heightened life. All right? So this is important kind of structure-based delay. So because of that, everything that we do is based on us seeing, listening, and imitating that, right, and creating our own set of presentations from that imitation, okay? So, accents. A great thing to do is find, whether it's a character, a person, someone who is speaking that accent, all right? And your job is to listen to them, take lines from them, repeat those lines out loud, right? And listen to them. Then you're going to repeat them out loud. You're going to record them. And your job is to try to imitate the sound that they have, shaping your words to that person. By recording it, you can listen back to see how it sounds, because sometimes it might not sound the same as you're saying it because you're trying different things than it does when you record it and you listen back to it. But this is a great way for you to build a basis of an accent, right? Picking someone, or a character, a person, doesn't matter, repeating what they say, imitating what they say. Okay? I mean, if you think about all language in general, what is it? From little children to you learning a different language, right? The very best way to learn is to listen to people and imitate how they do it. All right? And over time, you become a lot more proficient at it. Okay? Because you're imitating the sounds. All right. And that's exactly what we're trying to do here, is imitate the sounds. Now, we know at the heart of accents, right? It's typically the way you shape vowels. Okay. How hard or soft they are, how long, how the way they're shaped in your mouth. Okay. We understand that there's the how you pronounce things are a lot of times based on that in a single language. Okay, so by changing, the most famous one, I think, of speaking a more of an American accent as opposed to a British accent, okay, would be the R's, right? So in America, right, we're like R, I always think of pirate, right? Or, in British accent, it's more of a ah. Right, like an ah, almost like an ah sound, not an R. Okay, so that's a consonant, of course, but that switch in the sound, it sounds more like, for American, it sounds more like a vowel, like ah, like a, all right, just like a ah, all right, but it's R, ah, okay, so you have it, so it's a shift in the way you say it, but listening to people imitating it is by far the fastest and easiest way to do it. Okay? Because you're imitating the sound and you get that sound in your head. And by saying it out loud, recording it, listening back to it, hearing, putting them two right next to each other, see how they sound alike, you can start to compare and contrast. And that really is helpful, right? It's really intent work. Okay, you don't have to do a lot of intense work a day to make a big difference. But a lot of times we don't do a lot of intent work. We do kind of, crazy all over the place work, and you have to do a lot more of that to make it to stick. So this should be helpful to you. Imitation is the key to our success. All right, so imitation, actors imitate. So I hope this helps you. Give it a shot. Pick out some people, things you want to listen to. All right. It's going to sound funky when you first start. And you have to understand, too, that the way you sound, like the timbre, the pitch of your voice is not going to be the same as maybe someone you're listening to. But we're trying to shape our words like they do. Okay, not necessarily the exact sound of their voice, because maybe you want to, do something and the person you're listening to has a very low pitched voice and you have a high pitched voice. Well, you're not gonna be trying to do this while you're imitating them. Okay, that's impersonation. All right, not imitating. Okay, so we're just trying to imitate the sound of the words, the way they shape the words, not necessarily the timbre of their voice. Okay, I hope that helps out. Thank you guys so much. Make sure, as always, you check out VO's Journey Elite Academy. We'd love to have you. We're doing our Winterland extravaganza right now, which is just some fun time over the next month or so of wintry challenges and contests and collaborations and stuff like that. So check us out, the link below. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Work on your accents, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.